Today is Friday, the 1st of October, 2021. I'm Keith Warr, and welcome to another episode of Homeless on the Space Coast. And today we are doing an update video on, what is your name, ma'am?
Vanessa Harrison.
And what is your name, sir?
Morgan Mowery.
And this is Morgan's first time, but you had been interviewed before, been on my show, and tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that was about 2 years ago, and I was with my husband, Michael Harrison, who unfortunately passed away July 13th, 2019 at 6 a.m.
Yeah. And I had met you guys just a short time before he passed. I mean, it was like, what, maybe 4 or 5 months?
About 5 months.
That I saw you guys. He was healthy for the most part. He wasn't doing great. You know, he was limited by some things. He was weak and stuff, but, you know, he was able to self-care and kind of help care for you, and you help care for him. And I know you guys were trying to find some kind of employment and, you know, do other things to get off the street. So, So tell me what happened. How did he get into hospice? How did you guys go from living one day at Manzo at a picnic table to him in hospice?
Well, unfortunately, we both ended up in the hospital with salmonella poisoning.
Okay.
I was only in there for 3 days, but he pretty much stayed there.
How did you guys get the salmonella? Do you know? Does anyone know?
It was from a rotisserie chicken at Publix that wasn't fully cooked.
So somebody came out and gave you guys some kind of a food donation or something, and you got sick?
No,
you and Mike got sick?
My food stamps had reloaded.
Oh,
so
okay.
I went to Publix and bought us a meal.
Okay. But you didn't really have the ability to refrigerate
or fully continue cooking it.
Yeah, right. Which a lot of people just don't understand. They think it's so easy being out there homeless that, I could do it. They just need to take responsibility. I mean, but
it's not as easy as people think.
Right. No, it's not.
Because it is a huge struggle just to survive.
Right.
You know, I mean, even people who go on these survivalist shows, they struggle to survive even for 21 days.
Right. And they get to go back to their real life after it's over. You never had an out. You could never go to a producer and say, okay, I'm done with this life, living homeless on the street.
Yeah, it's
I'd like
not
to quit.
I could tap out.
Right. You just had to keep going.
I had to keep moving.
So, when Mike was at the hospice, you were able to stay there at hospice with him, correct?
Yes, I was able to stay there with him.
And what was that like for you? What did that time being there at hospice kind of do for you?
It made me reflect on how short life really is.
Mm.
You know, 1 minute you're living healthy, loving life, and next minute you can get sick, and you don't realize it.
Yeah. And then you had some access to daily bathing when you were there. They let you shower there. And how about meals? Did you have access to food?
I had access to food. And thankfully, you know, you took me up to Walmart quite a few times so that way I could get food. And they had microwaves and a refrigerator where I could keep my stuff. All I had to do was put the room number on it.
And then I know a couple times some of my viewers sent up some Domino's pizza for you and some other things.
And I'm very grateful for everything that the viewers and your subscribers have helped me out with. Yeah, because that was a very difficult time.
Yeah.
Considering, you know, I was practically alone.
Yeah, right. Because Mike was unconscious there and unable to speak to you for how many days before he passed?
Pretty much the whole time he was there.
Which was how long?
From the end of June to July 13th. So it was about 3 weeks.
Okay. And then Mike passed and things changed.
Mike passed, things changed. Luckily, one of your viewers took me in after he passed, and I'm very grateful for her and her mother. We became a very close family.
Yeah.
And I love her dearly. And she helped me out a lot. And I stayed with her until February when I found an apartment that I was able to afford on my own.
Okay. Well, that's really good.
And I had a job. I figured, Mike's gone. And I know this kind of sounds cold-hearted. He's gone. I've got nothing holding me back. It's time for me to move forward.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely.
Not move on, but move forward.
Right.
As he would want me to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did.
Okay. And I know originally you had a dream of going to nursing school, but I also realize, you've had a lot of challenges of just trying to find a place to live and survive. So have you yet been able to go to nursing school, or are you still trying to get your life in order?
I'm still trying to get everything in order.
Okay. And hey, that's understandable. It really is, because this is a huge challenge that you've gone through. Have there been any organizations or churches or any one particular person who's kind of stepped up and helped you guys with a lot of things?
Morgan's parents have helped us out a lot. My parents help out when they can. Like right now, my daughter is still in my mother's care until everything gets situated. And then she'll be able to come home and be with us.
Full time?
Full time.
Okay. And how often does she come now to visit?
Well, with me working a lot and him working a lot, we don't really get to see her as much as we want.
Mm-hmm.
But actually just last weekend we had her over here and she had a great weekend.
Okay. And how old is she now?
She's 7.
7. Okay.
Bossier than ever.
So that's what, first grade, second grade?
Second.
Second grade. Okay. Do you go to the parent-teacher conferences? Do you go to the school plays? Any of those kinds of things?
No, she's in a different county. So it's like an hour and a half drive.
Okay. And what about transportation? Do you guys have a car yet?
Actually, we do. We bought a car from my former boss at Hungry Howie's this past May.
Okay.
Needs a little bit of work, but it gets us where we need to go.
So you wouldn't go taking it on a very long trip, but going to the doctor, the grocery store, things like that, it's good for that.
Yeah.
So it's helping you guys get along, and that's great. And and the work you're doing now, what work are you doing?
Well, for a year I was working at Hungry Howie's, kind of like a manager, but they cut my hours, so I had to find something better, and I came across Cumberland Farms, and I've been there for a month now.
Okay.
My coworkers are awesome. I love my boss, and it's just a really fun environment to work in.
Okay. And how about you, Morgan? Have you found any work? Are you working?
Yes, I've actually been working at Taco Bell. The day before Thanksgiving will be 1 year that I've been there. So kind of really been sticking with them. It's, they treat me pretty good, and I get decent pay and everything, and I got to be able to pay my bills. So, I do anything to make sure I have a job to be able to pay our bills so we don't lose our house. So.
Right, okay. So she's done most talking. I'd like to hear a little more from you.
Okay.
How did you guys meet? How did you guys get together?
I've actually known Vanessa since the 2nd grade.
Okay, all right.
She ended up leaving, changing schools around 4th grade. Third grade. And a little over a year ago, she ended up hitting me up on Facebook. We do the Joker Harley Quinn things on there, and she seen one that I posted, and she messaged me. And I was surprised, I ain't heard from her in forever.
Okay.
And we started talking and everything, and the next thing you know, we ended up meeting up. She came out to where I was staying and picked me up. We went out over to her parents' house, and we hung out for a while, and I just kind of hit it off from there.
Okay.
He was actually my cousin's best friend in 2nd grade.
Oh.
They used to pick on me a lot.
Oh, okay, all right. Keeping it in the family seems a familiar story here down in the South, right? But no, seriously. So you guys are the same age, right?
No,
No?
actually, he's almost 2 years older than me.
Okay, all right. 2 years older. And how about you, Morgan? Have you ever been married before? Divorced? Children?
I've been engaged once. It didn't really work out when I was out of state and stuff. I do have 2 boys, so they've been a real blessing in my life. I don't really get to see them too much because the mothers, you know, I've tried and tried and tried. I don't ever get to, and so I try to keep in touch as much as I can with them when their mothers answer the phone. But other than that, all I can really do is keep moving forward, make sure we have a place to live, and if they ever get in touch with me, they have a place to be able to come over and hang out, be able to see me, and I can get to know them a lot more.
Right. And so you've never met his children?
I've met one, and that was actually through coincidence when Destiny was in pre-K. His oldest son, Braden, was in Destiny's pre-K class.
Okay.
And I honestly did not know that Braden was his son.
Yeah, I showed her a picture on the phone, and she's like, I know him.
So another time you guys crossed paths and didn't even realize.
Yeah.
And did you know her husband, Michael, before he passed?
No, I didn't.
You never met him or knew who he was?
No. Even though they lived in the same area with me for a while, I didn't know because they were on the other side of the road.
Literally.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what do your families think about the matching of you two? Your family happy that you found her?
Yeah, they're actually really happy, you know, since me and her's gotten together. First time they got to see me since me and her was together. I gained quite a bit of weight.
Okay.
And everything due to this woman's cooking right here.
So you were actually skinnier than you are now?
Yes.
Okay, because you're pretty thin already.
Yes, with me working so much here lately, I've actually been losing a lot more weight. I do a lot at work. I pretty much do just about anything at work. I'm their most reliable worker.
Okay.
So I'm constantly moving, constantly trying to get as many hours as I can. So.
Right. And how about you? How about your parents? Are your parents excited that you're with him?
My mom tolerates him.
Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe in time.
They have a very difference of opinion.
Okay, but hey, who knows? In time, that can all change. You know, you just never know.
Yeah.
And
my brother loves him. My sister-in-law loves him.
Okay, well that's good. That's a real good thing.
Yeah.
And hopefully his children and your child will get along. And
Destiny adores Morgan.
And I love her too. Yeah.
Okay, so the children get along with her child gets along with you, and your children. You don't know if they will get along with her yet, but most likely.
Destiny and Braden, when they were in pre-K together, they got along pretty good.
Okay. So is that kind of the dream? Is the dream to get married and then have the children and blend the family and go happily ever after?
Yeah, as soon as I can get all the money up to be able to take everything in court, try to be able to get my kids or, you know, visitation, something where I can have them in my life.
Okay. Yeah. Is marriage in the future? Are you guys thinking marriage?
Yes, we're already engaged.
Got the ring as of February.
Okay, so you guys are already officially calling each other fiancé.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. And you guys have been living together how long now?
A year.
A year. Okay, and everything's going fairly well? No major fights or anything? No? Because if there is, I know Fighting Edge Boxing down there, they have a great ring, they have boxing gloves. You know, we can have couples nights, settle in the...
That.
Yeah, of course you know I'm teasing.
Oh, I know.
But that's good.
The main thing we argue about is who gets the remote.
Okay.
Or whether or not the dog gets to sleep in the bed that night.
Okay. Well, those sound like mild, trivial things that you can work through.
It's petty stuff that we laugh about later on.
Okay, just normal life stuff.
Yeah.
Normal life stuff.
For the most part, we mainly laugh and joke and say laughter's best medicine for anything. So anytime any of us seems to be upset or something, I'll make jokes and get her laughing. We'll, move on.
Okay.
I don't know how many times I've gotten upset and he's just done something stupid to make me laugh.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
And it works.
That's good. So this place here, tell me how you guys got this place.
I'll let him do that one.
Actually, my manager at Taco Bell which lives right next door, told me that they had an opening. The lady had moved out of here, and she said they were fixing it up, and if we need a place, I told them we'll get a hold of the landlord and let them know that we're looking, we'll be able to pay and everything. So she got a hold of him, we came out, talked to him and stuff, so he said, yeah, as soon as the house is ready, we'd be able to move in.
Okay. So this isn't subsidized housing, this isn't Section 8 or anything like that?
No.
You guys pay
Yes.
full price for all this stuff?
Yes.
And that's got to be a little difficult to swing that.
It is. When we first got in here, luckily my parents had helped us out for the first month's rent.
For your security deposits and
yes,
stuff? Yeah.
because at the time we were kind of in between homes. We were staying at a hotel at the time.
Right.
And pretty much as soon as I got my check, it went straight towards the room at the hotel. So in order for us to get in here, we had the money up, but my parents decided to surprise us and gave us the money for first month's rent. So that way we had money to be able to keep up with the bills and stuff.
Okay.
And make the deposits on the lights, the water, and whatever else we needed.
Right. And how are you guys doing right now financially as far as keeping afloat? Are you guys doing okay, or are you at risk of losing anything? Like how are things?
We're doing all right. Right now we're skimming by. The bank kind of messed
Screwed us up a little bit.
with her check and all. So right now we've been paying all of our rent, everything out straight out of my check.
Okay.
So we're keeping afloat, but it's right there.
It's just like every other day, you know, everybody struggles, everybody gets behind.
Right. Do you guys use food pantries? Do you guys qualify for food stamps or any of those kinds of things? Okay, and you take advantage of those things to be able to,
Yes.
you know. And how about your health? Either one of you have any health conditions that you guys struggle to pay for, any medications like blood pressure, diabetes medicines or anything?
Well, back in February, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Luckily, Parrish had told me that one of the pharmacies that's close by gives the medication that I'm on for diabetes and blood pressure for free. So I get my lisinopril free. I get my metformin free. The only thing that really costs me is my testing supplies.
Okay, the test strips.
Yeah. I've got my meter for free. The only thing that, like I said, it's the Lancets and the test strips. And over at Century Pharmacy, they only charge me about $16 for both.
And how long does that last you?
It lasts me a while because...
Like 2 months, 3 months, a month, a week? What's a while?
Actually, I still have Lancets and test strips from about 3 months ago.
Okay.
Because I went to the doctor on, what was it, last Tuesday? About 2 weeks ago. And my A1C levels were great. My blood pressure was a little high, but that's because I've been walking too. And my blood sugar was perfect. And out of that, I've also lost 20 pounds. So,
Okay.
and the doctor said I don't need to do as many finger pricks like I used to because I was checking it like 4, 5, 6 times a day.
Right, because
At
you've
one point.
been pretty stable and stuff. And okay, well that's great. And how about your family and friends? Have you had them over to visit? Do they know you're over here? Do they know you're doing well?
Yeah, I keep in touch with everybody on Facebook.
Okay. Have you invited any of them over?
My cousin Ashley has been here a few times. My mom's been here a couple times.
Okay.
I've yet to get my brother over here.
Oh,
But
okay.
he's like all the way on the west coast of Florida, so it's kind of hard.
Okay. Yeah, that's understandable. Glad to hear things are going, so well for you. Because I know a lot of people were worried about what was going to happen when you lost Mike and, you were out there, at the park. And, everybody needs somebody, and you really needed somebody to help get out of that situation, that you were in. And I'm very glad that, those viewers contacted me and invited you to move in, because I think that changed a lot of what was going on in your life. At that time, I think it was exactly what you needed,
It was. It really was.
So, And how about any of Mike's family? Have you stayed in contact with any of them?
Every once in a while, I talk to his brother and his brother's wife. They are actually expecting another little girl.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to be an aunt again.
Okay.
They already have a 2-year-old.
Well, that's nice.
I'm very excited for them.
So they still keep you involved in what's going on and informed. And
Yeah, they post pictures all the time. So it's like, oh, I get to see my niece grow up.
Okay, well that's real good. How about now that you guys are in this place? Are you guys struggling? Is there anything you guys need? Like, do you guys need pots, pans, dishes?
I think we're pretty
towels.
set on the dishes.
Yeah.
Do you guys need bedding? Is there any kind of home furnishings that you guys really need now?
Just some new sheets.
New sheets.
That's about it.
And what size bed do you have?
We
Queen
actually
size.
have 2 queen-size beds. His parents bought us a bed set.
So
When
that's
we
what
were
you'd need
staying
the
at-
sheets for. You'd need the sheets for a queen size bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And pillowcases and things like that.
Well, we just got like the pillowcase and stuff, but we just need like the
The
sheets and stuff for
Right.
the bed itself.
Right.
And with our
Comforter.
dog that sheds and like slobber all over.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
destroyed our last ones. So
Okay. All right.
That, and she likes to chew.
Okay. All right. Well, we're about to wrap this up, but is there anything that you'd like to say, Morgan, to any of the viewers? Anything you'd like anybody to know, friends or family, or just anyone who may see this?
well, if you're ever feeling down, always look to friends, family, the ones that are going to help you out, not the ones that are going to drag you down. Always stay positive. That's a major thing. Always stay positive. Try to keep as much happiness in your life as you can.
And how about you, Vanessa? Do you specifically have anything to say to the ladies that took you in? Is there anything you'd like to say?
Yes, Debbie, Susan, I love you guys very much. You will always have a big place in my heart. Thank you so much for taking me in and treating me like family. You don't know how much I needed you and how much I appreciate everything you've done. I love you.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, thank you guys. It was very kind of you. If you guys enjoy interviews like this and wonder what other people like these people are out there on the streets of Titusville who just need a hand up and not a handout, watch my videos, see their stories. Sometimes something they say connects with you, sometimes what they say doesn't connect with you. You never know, but there are a lot of great people out there here in this town needing help, and I suspect there's going to be even more with coronavirus and people losing their mortgages and evictions and things to come. So I just fear that there's going to be families out there. But as always, if you guys could subscribe to the channel, Homeless on the Space Coast, you guys can leave me a personal message at KEITHWOHR on Facebook. Leave the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And as always, may you be just as blessed as you have blessed others. Until next time, thanks for watching.
Come on in, this is our home.
Welcome to our casa. Forgive the mess. This is the living room. You know anybody who wants a couch? Let me know. We have a pretty decent sized kitchen. And this is it. Our little wall dining area. My infamous spice rack. Yes, I am a chef at heart.
Okay.
Ask that one back there. He'll tell you I can make anything gourmet. I would show you our room, but we have the dog in there,
Okay.
and she's very hyper.
All right. Yeah, how many rooms do you have?
We actually went from a 1-bedroom to a 2.
Oh, okay.
Oops. Bathroom.
Oh wow. Okay.
Just my
Nice.
head.
Nice.
No decision on decor. This is my daughter's room. As you see, here's a little picture of Destiny. And of course her princess. And you'll have to forgive the kitties.
Aww. Oh, the kitties.
They are adopted. Fostering right now. And she did the decorations all up. There's Josephine.
Aw, the kitties. Aw.
Come on, Jojo. No? You're gonna be lazy? Okay. And then our so-called linen closet. My little hobby of making jewelry. I've got several different things here.
Alright, well, why don't you show us a piece or two?
I've got my little paw prints here. Little hoop earrings.
Okay.
Oh.
And these are custom orders, or these kind of things you make and just see if people like them, or how does that go?
Pretty much. I mean, I can do custom,
She usually makes a few things.
but I usually
If the people like them, they'll order them from off of the site she's got. If they want something custom made, they'll ask, and yeah, she can do it custom.
Okay.
This is one that actually took me an hour to do
Okay.
because I actually had to wire in all the beads, and that was very time consuming.
Okay. And what does a piece like that go for?
Actually, everything is about $5. Earrings, bracelets, necklaces.
And do you have a website? You sell them on Facebook? How do you sell them?
You can hit me up through Facebook or Instagram at Lee Wolf Snow Jewelry Designs.
And looks real good. Well, I'm glad to see you're doing so well. And that you have a new love in your life.
Yes.
Glad to see that. All right, you guys.